just reached the hottest podcast in your ear right now. This is the Dre Mack Show. Now, without further ado, here is your host, Dre Mack. What's up? What's going on, everybody? This is your man, Dre Mack, with another episode of the Dre Mack Podcast Show, coming to you live from Speaker Radio and Facebook Live. Everybody that's watching me on Facebook Live, what's up? Today is December the 2nd, 2019, and oh man, this year has, this year's flown, man. This year started off so crappy for me, man. On New Year's, got hit by a drunk driver, tore my car up. The car still tore up. Didn't get it fixed. Still looking the way it looks. And I tried to go trade it in. Dude didn't even holler back at me. Talking about, hey man, send me pictures of the car. Send the picture of the car. Ain't heard from the dude since. So he's not getting my business. And plus, trust me, I'm willing to do business, but he's not getting it. Because he wouldn't even hit me back for my car. I know it's about $200 now, but you could at least hit me back and say, hey, we'll give you $200. But it's all good, because I'm going to give me another car anyway. But anyway, today's show, I am going to be talking with Roy Scott. Hopefully today I hit him up. We're going to be talking Chiefs. He does the Chop It Up. And I'm going to make sure to play his song, the Chop It Up song, if you guys haven't heard that song. He also does a 2-minute Chop It Up 2-minute drill after every Chiefs game, giving his reflections on what he saw as far as the Kansas City Chiefs. So I wanted to hit him up, you know what I mean, so I could get his feedback on the Kansas City Chiefs and what he thinks, what he saw, and what he's looking at going forward, especially with the matchup with New England next week, who caught that L last night to the Houston Texans. And I'm not a Houston Texans fan, but because I actually wanted New England to win so we could pop up into that third spot. But I'm good. Because anytime New England, especially if they lose, especially when they lose and they look like trash, New England fans always want to attack, especially Kansas City Patriots. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm going to call them the Kansas City Patriots. Y'all want to come in and want to talk crazy about the Chiefs, but ain't talking about how y'all receiving core looked like doo-doo last night. Nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to hear that. You know what I mean? Why was y'all was getting whooped 21-9 going into the fourth quarter, so y'all don't want to talk about that, or 21-9? Well, 5 minutes ago, I turned the game off. I look back, it was 22 points. I was like, what did they do? You know, so whatever, y'all Kansas City Patriots fans, y'all always want to come and attack Kansas City fans, and y'all only became Patriots fans after they start winning Super Bowls. Let's be honest. Wasn't none of y'all Patriots fans when Pete Carroll was coaching. Y'all wasn't Patriot fans. Y'all wasn't real Patriot fans. Y'all wasn't Patriot fans when Bill Parcells was playing. And my boy Terry Glenn, God rest his soul, God rest his son's soul, man. They found him OD'd in the bathroom at his family's house during Thanksgiving, man. So my condolences out to the Glenn family. I actually didn't even know Terry Glenn passed away in 2017. I was a big fan of Terry Glenn. Actually, I was a big fan because I like college football, especially back then. I was really, really, really big into just college football, period. So Michigan, Ohio State, Kansas, K-State, my other big favorite school, Miami, the U, you know what I mean? Following all those college teams, Notre Dame, so on and so forth, you know what I mean? So, my condolences out to him. But again, back to you Patriots fans. Just like I said, none of you Patriots fans were fans, like I said, back in like 96. You know what I'm saying? When they went against my one of my favorite teams in the NFC, Green Bay, and actually because Sterling Sharp and Brett Favre was on that team, you know what I'm saying? Y'all wasn't fans. So why y'all faking because y'all want to be fans now? Especially, y'all only I see y'all hopped on the bandwagon because somebody was winning. That's it. Most, and this is what people do. They ain't fans when the team just sucks. Like, I'm a Bulls fan. Always been a Bulls fan. And I was a Bulls fan way back when WGN was on the box where you hit the button. You know what I'm saying? I think it was channel 8 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? On the old school button box back in the day. And I'm a Chicago Bulls fan. I'm a Boston Celtics fan too. But I was a big Chicago Bulls because we got to watch more of the games. That's basically it. If you was in Kansas City, you got WGN, part of your American Cablevision package. See, I'm going back in the day. You know what I mean? American Cablevision. So I got to watch a lot of the Bulls games. You know what I mean? Back when, before Jordan was he was making the playoffs, but he was getting whooped by the bad boy Pistons and all of that. I mean, completely getting whooped. So, you know, I was a big fan. Big fan. Love the bad boys Pistons. I love the Boston Celtics back in the day. But I was still a fan even while he was winning championships. I'm still a fan now, even though they are completely terrible. Only Zach LaVine is the only person that I look at that team is like, It's a couple other people, but you know, I follow Boston more now, but see, I'm a fan when my team sucks. I've been a Chiefs fan forever. For completely ever. And I'm going to continue to be a Chiefs fan. You know what I mean? I was a Chiefs fan when they was trash. Completely trash. When it was 2-14, trash. Still a fan. When they were 6-10 and 8-8, still a fan. So don't give me all these fake Patriots fans. That's what it is. Hold on real quick. My boy Roy Scott just hit me up, told me give me 5 minutes. Give me just a second. All right, sorry about that. Y'all know who's listen on Spotify. Oh, yeah, don't forget, check me out on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Deezer, SoundCloud. Wherever you get your podcast at, the Drake Mack Podcast Show is there. So all you got to do is search the Drake Mack Podcast Show, and you can be able to check out all my podcasts wherever you get your podcasts at. So make sure you guys are checking that out. Had to make sure that I put that plug in there so you guys can check that out. So the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Oakland Raiders. I think this is the last year we get to call them Oakland too, man, because they're going to Vegas. And just like last year, we given Oakland that great big old L to take with them over to Vegas. You know what I'm saying? They got whooped 40-9, whooped, and it was last night. I couldn't even yesterday evening I couldn't really watch the game because I was at Jurassic Park Live. So I really didn't get to watch all of the game. I had to go home and do replay, and then since I taped it, I had to just rewatch it again. But yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, Kansas City didn't look great. They didn't look all that great at all. Like, okay, so Pat Mahomes didn't look like Pat Mahomes that we see, but one thing that it was super cold outside. So I understand that. He's starting to get it now, being a game manager a little bit more. So I understand that, but man, I will tell you this, we need a running back. And I'm not gonna lie, the little kid Darwin Thompson didn't look too bad as a running back. Didn't look bad at all. But yeah, we need to get that running game going. But I'm gonna talk a little bit more about that when my man Roy Scott gets on. Also, make sure you guys are I'm going to talk about love and relationships after we talk about the Raiders Chiefs game. But we gotta talk about relationships, man. Let's talk about my love. Like, have you ever been in love? Do you know what real love is? Have you ever been in love? So I'm going to talk about that because it's an interesting subject, and I'm starting to see more and more ideas of what people think love is. So I want to talk about that because I think that's an interesting dichotomy right now, man. When people start looking at love and people start looking at relationships, man, and how do you know that you're in love with somebody? Are you in love with them, or do you want to hold on to them, despite what they do? I think that's an interesting subject to tackle. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm a Chiefs fan, so I love my Chiefs team. Do I know when to let some stuff go? I do. But the love in Chiefs and love in a relationship is totally different. I'm just joking right there. That's totally different. But while I'm at it, what I'm gonna do for you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and play the Chop It Up song for you. It's the Chop It Up remix song by my man Roy Scott. This is the Dre Mack Show.
Chop it up, chop, chop, chop it up, chop, chop, chop it up, chop it up, chop it up, chop it up. Ain't nothing like a KC tailgate, still cooking barbecue and it smell great. Gotta hold it down for Latte. Come through, holla at the boy Jose. Arrowhead with a lot of in the NFL. Out of town, ask around how they do that there. Getting crunk from the field to the nosebleed. CHOPITUP. Chop it up. Chop, chop. Chop it up. Chop, chop. Chop it up. Chop it up. Chop it up. Chop it up. Football season is back now. The boy Young Pat don't back down. Mahomes out here making history. 50 TDs MVP. You can feel the heat when we step in the room. Too much speed, it's the Legion of Zoom. About to throw a post route to Kelsey. CHOPITUP. Chop it up. Chop, chop. Chop it up. Chop, chop. Chop it up. Chop it up. Chop it up. Chop it up.
Under pressure, trying to get away. Now he'll go down. He's engulfed in red. Steps up into the pocket. He's throwing long. And the catch is made. Touchdown. Deep punt pattern. Touchdown. Kansas City.
And that is Chop It Up by my man Roy Scott. I'm sorry, that song is dope. That beat, man, you hear that mug in your car, man, it make you want to go play football, man. It make you want to go run into something, man. That's just, I done heard so many Chiefs songs. I don't know about you younger Chiefs fans, y'all probably don't remember this song, but they had this song called "Give Me the Ball" back in the day. That I used to hear on 103, man. KPRS 103, man. It's like, give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball, y'all. I still remember that song, man. So to hear my man Roy Scott do a Chiefs anthem, man, it's just hot. You know what I mean? And make sure you guys, if you want to support that song, the Chop It Up song, you want to support Roy Scott, make sure you guys are going to iTunes. I believe it's on Google Play also, man. Chop It Up Chiefs remix. Chop It Up by Roy Scott, man. Check it out. Song is dope. Played it for you. It's awesome. Chop it up. Man, that mug, I'm sorry, man. That mug kind of got me, that be giving me like getting hyped though, man. I love football, man. I love football. Even though I have my issues with the NFL and the way that they do business, they operate business, especially with the way that they did Colin Kaepernick, because I still would never forget that. And most people like, man, you need to get over it or whatever. I'm sorry, I can't, because you can't do somebody wrong. You know what I mean? And then tell them to get over it, because I think we do that a little bit too much in this society. We always try and tell somebody, you need to get over it, you need to get over it, you need to get over it. But then this situation still lingers. If we're not fixing the problems, man, it's still gonna persist. You know what I mean? So don't tell me to get over it. Let's find a solution to get past it, but not just gonna get over something, man. So stop telling folks that, you know, because we, especially in this society, we always bring up things from the past. Let's be honest. We always bring up things from the past, and we always want those things to be celebrated. But yet, you want us to get over something that honestly does not need to be, it needs to be fixed. Not get over. You know what I mean? That's not, let's, you know, because that's kind of disheartening. Tell somebody, oh, you need to get over that. Why? Well, we just need to fix it. You know what I mean? So, still waiting for my man Roy Scott to come in. So, let me hit you up with another song. Let's see. Matter of fact, let's hit you up with Black Queens, and I'm going to come. Oh, Roy Scott is in. Hold on, may have to hold off on that one. Let's see if we can get him in real quick. Just popped on, so I'm just waiting for him to get the request. His thing is not popping up right now. I don't want to do no secret mask. Hold on. Hey Roy, add yourself in to cause the icon for your for Facebook Live is not popping up. So I can pop you in here. So if you can add yourself, that'd be awesome. Sorry about that. Anybody listening on Spotify, you know how it is, man. You know how it is. If you listen on Spotify, you're listening on Apple Music or whatever. Anytime, if you ever listen to this podcast, I'm always doing Facebook Live. It's just easier for me to communicate, especially with my people on here. So, for some reason, the icon to add somebody in is not actually working right now. All right, give me just a second. Let me see if I can. So I don't know what's going on. I don't want to do that. Hold on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the live feed, and then I'm going to pop it back up, and then let's see if it's going to do it. So give me a second. So everybody on that's listening now on Spotify and everything, I'm just having some technical difficulties with Facebook Live. It's doing what it want to do. Let's see if we could get them on right now. Just had to start another Facebook Live back up, so hopefully we can Come on, let's do this. Let's get this in. Let's get this in. The people are waiting. People are waiting to hear with what we got going on. Got my Broly cracking. Oh my God, this Broly hoodie that I got is so dope. It's so dope. It said I got 2 people live, 3 people watching. But I don't see anybody on this side. Yeah, I don't want to look at that part. I don't know what's going on. Because I can see Roy in. I see Marcus. I see Miss Bianca. But it won't let me add anybody, or it won't put nobody in. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. Nah, Marcus, you right on time, man. You right on time. For some reason, I can see y'all watch it, but it won't let me. I can see 2 out of 4 people because it's just showing me Marcus and Derek watch it, but it's not showing me nobody else. For some strange reason, it's not showing me nobody else. Like, this mug is nuts. We're trying to get it cracking so I can get my man, because I know my man Roy is busy. What's going on, Diamond? So we trying to get man, ain't nobody got no dial up, Darrell. I got the Google Fiber, baby. Yeah, I can see, but if you're watching, it's not giving me the icon to add you onto the thing. Sorry, y'all. Like, I can see everybody who's coming in, everybody who's watching. But say for instance you wanted to let's say if for instance you wanted to get in, I don't know what's going. I think this is I don't know what the heck is going on right now. Cause I'm live. It won't even give me your icon to get in. Or to add you to my my live, which is nuts. It's my I'm using dial up, man. Shut up. Anybody think about you, Darrell? I'm perplexed. I'm very much perplexed. Because I don't understand why it's not giving me. Normally, Facebook will give me the icon so you can have your so you can hop on. Like I said, I can see everybody. But yeah, I can't add anybody to my live, which is nuts. I cannot add anybody to my live. Is any of y'all it would even allow y'all to see if y'all could be added on to the live? Does it show it? Does anybody even get an icon to be added on to the live, or what is it? What is it saying on you guys' side? And I hate getting these updates and it's saying your phone's been updated to blah 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 blah, and it's still being stupid. Like, we trying to get the Chiefs thing cracking. We already done wasted 24 minutes and 25 minutes trying to get this thing on. And Facebook Live, but it's always my button is gone. That's what I'm saying. So it's not me. The option is gone. So it's not showing the option to be added to the live anymore. Yeah, it's not showing on the bottom part. It's supposed to show the option for the to be added on to the live, and now the option is gone. So I'm sorry, y'all. We have some technical difficulties. Let me go ahead and go to this song real quick while we get the Facebook Live fixed, and I'll be right back with more of the Dre Mack Show.
Got a black queen on my side. She down for a king, and you know she down to ride. Got a black queen on my side. She down for a king, and you know she down to ride. Got a black queen on my side. She down for a king, and you know she down to ride. Got a black queen on my side.
Dedicated to my black queens, we love you, we adore you. You're magical, we're so blessed. Your front line with no stress. There's no test, no equal. The mother of all people. You stand up, you stand out, and we should never mistreat you. Protect you, real talk, we need you. Let's walk, stop aside. We can go to the promised land, my equal. Till plants to grow and raise up my children like I raise my fist. Like planting crops, we eating right, and I'm praying for you every night. The Most High created you, whether darker than midnight, your life bright, or your caramel skin, you're melanated. So let's begin to adjust your crown that's sitting on top of your natural. They copy you for your big butt, your small waist is factual. For your big breasts, they pay money, but really is just the way they get lips just like you, but really they just wanna hate. So love you unconditionally, you're angels with no wings. From black men, we love you. A letter to my black queens.
Got a black queen on my side. She down for a king, and you know she down to ride. Got a black queen on my side. She down for a king, and you know she down to ride. Got a black queen on my side. She down for a king, and you know she down to ride. Got a black queen on my side. She down for a king, and you know she down to ride. Got a dedicated to the keys. We gotta do better if you know just what I mean. I had to slow it down so you know I'm on the real. We got some real queens, but we gotta keep it true. Understand we gotta be up on our cues. Right between by the head and let us straight about these blues. Really will we lose when we cannot be a man? Never hit up on your woman, never go and raise your hand. Conversation rules a nation, and my daddy told me that. Keep it real with a queen, and she keep it to you back. We can go to build a nation, but make sure that you die first. Be your rock to your fam, it's okay to see you hurt. Cause a queen will lay your head right directly on your chest. Look you dead up in your eyes and be proud, yeah, you did your best. It's come, queens and truck, we need a king in the night. Hold her close, hold her taste, so everything will be alright. Black queens, got a black queen on my side. She down for a king, and you know she down to ride. Got a black queen on my side. She down for a king, and you know she down to ride. Got a black queen on my side. She down for a king, and you know she down to ride. Got a black queen on my side. She down
Righty. That was Dre Mack. Of course, that was me with Black Queens. I'm about to give my man Roy Scott a call real quick. For some strange reason, like I said, we was having some technical difficulties, so hopefully we can get on now through FaceTime. Unfortunately, what's up with it, man?
What's up with it, Chief?
I don't know what was going on with Facebook Live, man. I think they just took the icon off.
Yeah, that's my first time doing this. I wasn't sure, so I wasn't even sure.
Normally, that's what I'm saying. Normally, it'll work. I've done, this before. I don't know what's going on, but you're actually live right now through Speaker Radio. So my Speaker Radio guests, they can be able to hear you. And plus, this is part of the podcast. And I'm going to get you on because I know you drive it, so I want to make this quick.
I'm parking right quick. It's all good.
Oh, okay. So we all know Kansas City Chiefs beat up on the Oakland Raiders 40-9 last night. That was a really, really, really good win. Of course, I've been wanting to do this with you for a couple weeks now to get your insights on last night's victory. And if you guys, I played the Chop It Up song for you earlier. Make sure you go and check this man out again, Facebook Live and on his Instagram page. Check out that Chop It Up 2-minute drill, man. It's dope. I share it on my page. Make sure you guys are checking that out also. So what was your thoughts last night on last night's game?
Well, I thought we did what we were supposed to do. I mean, we beat them up pretty good. At the end of the day, I mean, the Raiders aren't a really good team.
Right.
They just got slapped by the Jets last week.
Yes, they did.
I thought for sure that we'd have to come in and go out to punish them, like have to beat them good. So I think our defense, I'm really impressed because we haven't had a good year defensively. So got the interception, to the house, got a house call, got some really good stops. They only scored 9 points. So the defense did their thing. Patrick Mahomes, he had an okay day. He had, I think, under 200 yards passing, but he had a rushing touchdown. I think he's seeing Lamar. He need to use his legs a little bit more.
Right.
You don't need to do him as much as Lamar because, all it takes is one real good hit and you're done.
Right.
And
remember, he took a 9 hit and separated his whole entire kneecap.
That's what I'm saying. So I think he needs to move a little bit more like he did to get that touchdown, but still, slide, get yourself down. But overall, I thought it was a good performance, but let's not get fooled. They were playing the Raiders, okay?
Right.
The Raiders are doo-doo. The Raiders are garbage. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to see next week, though, against the Patriots. Even though the Patriots ain't looking, defensively, the Patriots look good, but offensively, they looking suspect. Right.
And then last night, just to kind of give you guys who's listening on Speaker Radio right now, just to recap, Patrick Mahomes was 15 for 29 for 175 and a touchdown. The leading rusher last night was Darwin Thompson with 11 carries for 44 yards last night. The leading reception leader was Travis Kelce. And again, if anybody been listening, my MacBook has been getting worse than the Chiefs defense earlier this year because it's completely trash right now, but I think he was the reception leader. I think he had like 7 catches for 80 some odd yards or whatever. What I seen last night, and I wanted to discuss this with you, first starting with Patrick Mahomes before we go, to the defensive side of the ball. 15 for 29 for 175. What I did like is that he's starting now to understand what Alex Smith was doing in his time in Kansas City, taking sometimes what the defense gives you, not trying to get the big play every single time. I mean, there was a couple opportunities that he almost got it, almost had a couple picks, had the one that was blatant pass interference. And why have a pass interference replay if you have no idea what pass interference is anymore? I would still don't understand this pass interference thing. But he had almost a couple picks. He had both of them. One was dropped, one was called back because it was blatant pass interference. But he did, like you say, he used his legs a little more. Missed a couple passes deep. And I believe that was, the wind was blowing hard. It was cold outside. But I think Patrick is now starting to play more of an efficient game. Because we all know that he could beat you on the big play. But what we missed last year, and especially if you go back to the Los Angeles game last year, the methodical plays towards the end of the game. Just get what the defense gives you. You don't have to hit the home run play every single time. What did you think about his play last night?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think, he's got such an amazing arm, and he's
he's so gifted. He wants to just whip it every time. But like you said, the weather conditions, it was cold and it was really windy. So
yes.
That one pick that the dude he really should have had, but he dropped it.
Yes.
I didn't think that was a smart play, smart throw. I think he's looking healthy. That's the biggest thing. He's looking healthy. He's looked all year, and it's only gonna go up from here. I mean, these last couple games have really been subpar compared to the bar that he has set for us. I mean, he's throwing, on average, he's been throwing 300-400 yards, 3-4 touchdowns, and so I think this is kind of a humbling experience for him. You know, get all the way healthy like he is, and like you said, take some of your checks downs. It ain't got to be a touchdown or 20-plus yard play every play. But I think he's feeling more of that pressure because no Kareem Hunt. You know, we don't got no.
Yes.
I mean, so he got to go down the field more. I like what Darwin did last night, though. He looked like he was a kind of a little strong runner, so we can keep that momentum going. But our running game is looking kind of suspect too. So
yes.
Yeah. So I mean, Patrick Mahomes, it can't all be on him, but right now it's all on him. If the defense can at least continue to kind of play average, I think, because they gave up some big plays, but they didn't give up the touchdowns. If we can bend but don't break, we'll be all right.
Actually, now that I'm back up, speaking of Darwin Thompson had 11 carries for 44 yards, was a leading rusher. With this running back by committee, Darrell Williams, I almost feared that he tore his ACL last night on that pitch. Yeah, you know, and I like Darrell Williams. I like the power that he brings. It's not a home run threat, but he has really good deceptive speed. Really like his power. LaShawn McCoy has been a complete disappointment. Last night he had 5 carries for 10 yards. Complete disappointment. Yeah, it was, but other than that, he really didn't do anything. Speaking of, when you're talking about Kareem Hunt, I honestly would give up a second round pick just to get Kareem Hunt back here because
he's gonna be a free agent this summer, so he's gonna be a free agent. But I doubt we sign him. We shouldn't have let him go.
Yeah, and I was gonna say that we should have just suspended him. Did what Myles Garrett, the suspension Myles Garrett has, suspend him for the remainder of the year, maybe a couple games, the following year. Give him 8 games in-house, so you don't even have the NFL have to worry about him. 8 games in-house. If you want to give him a couple games at the beginning of the year, fine, whatever. Just keep him on the roster because this team is completely different without that monster that Kareem Hunt was.
Kareem Hunt was that guy, man. He's still showing you he's that guy. I think he had a receiving touchdown
down in Cleveland last night. So got to get him back. Travis Kelce had 5 receptions for 90 yards. He dropped one that was super easy. It really should have been a blowout. We blanked these guys for 3 quarters, and they only got 9 points in garbage time. Honestly, let's be real. We blanked these guys. And speaking of the defense, what I did like, and I really, really, really am excited about for the future, our secondary actually looks competent for the first time in I'm saying this because I don't watch Phillip Gaines. I don't watch Stanford or whatever that guy came in was roasted. All the people that's been roasted. This is the competent I've seen our secondary in a long time.
The rookie Thornhill, he's the one who got the house call.
Got the house call last night.
So he looked good. Then you got Ward. Ward is actually playing some really good football.
Yes.
And then he's playing some ball too.
He got a pick last night.
He got a pick. He's been getting some picks this year. So secondary looked good. Frank Clark has really been the biggest disappointment. I mean, boy got $100 million and retired. You know what I mean? Got that $100 million and took a nap.
He like right now my neck. Ah man, put the 100 right here. Yeah.
But the secondary is looking good. I mean, if we can just continue to at least play average and then get Mahomes, I think he's going to catch a stride. He's about to, next week going to be big though because it's hard to win at Foxborough.
But it has happened. With Kansas City, we forget. We've done it.
Remember Hunt went.
But yeah, Hunt did go nuts that game.
So it can be done, but just Bill Belichick coming off a loss too, like they just came off of. He really want to show them cheese, like, oh yeah, watch this, y'all ain't get nothing. And what's up with my man? Is he still on the roster, young Hammy?
Oh my God, dude! let's speak of, wait a minute. Why are we talking about receiving? Man had no catches for no yards last night. No, was I didn't even know he was there.
It was Winchell's. It was Lamar. big donut, baby. I'm talking through up a whole donut.
It was crazy is that we was looking at him when Tyreek Hill was gone. We knew was the first game he went off. He had 7K. I think he had like 7 catches for 175, something stupid. Ain't seen him since.
Wasn't it 3 touches or something?
Yeah. I mean, the dude is on a milk carton somewhere, man, on a flyer. You know what I mean? Just missing. You know? So, I don't know him. And, matter of fact, this is one thing I do like about our receiving core. We got the speed. What I don't like about the receiving core is it's only 2 guys that are consistent. That's Tyreek Hill and that's Travis Kelce. I know Whispercaller had a tub that came back and Robinson had a tub that got called back.
I mean, we got some boys, man. It's just like they said, the consistency, and I don't know if it's just the play calling sometimes, and I don't know, bro. But we got to figure it out. Andy got to really figure out his scheme and what he wants to do. It just seems like he's uncertain. I like the fact that we kind of kept our foot on the gas because usually we get in a big lead and we'll start taking it easy, and they come back on us. So I like that last night we kind of kept the foot on the gas, and you're gonna have to. That's what Baltimore's showing you.
Yes, sir.
Not this week, but last week they was playing. I forgot what they was playing. They just kept smacking them boys. It was up like 4 touchdowns and kept scoring.
Oh, when they play St. Louis and when they play Los Angeles. They completely smoked them. And see, the thing is that our style of play as far as defensively now, ever since we got Chris Jones back, that has opened up everything as far as the D-line. They need to pay that man. I don't care what you got to pay him. Pay him. Your secondary is cool. I'm not going to lie. I'm more impressed with Charvarius Ward. Again, we traded offensive guard who's not even with Dallas for Charvarius Ward last year. We got good value back with him right now being a starter. Good lengthy dude, can cover real well. I mean, the catch that the guy number 83, I think his name was Worley, had last night. Man, Charvarius was all over him. It took a miracle for him. Really good ball skills just to catch that ball last night. Other than that, he blanked his guy all last night. Only one that I will replace is either Brashard Breeland. Next year, if I was going to replace it.
Breeland is trash. He stay getting smoked.
Yeah. That's the only guy that I would change out, but I think our D line is comparable. Passio's been playing. Linebacker core is the middle linebackers where I see is the weakness at, because when you have Reggie Ragland right there on the strong side, he's covering that B and C gap. You guys running, if you see the running game now, it's going straight up the middle. When Josh Jacobs is hitting his runs last night, it's straight up the middle. They're not hitting that outside, especially if Ragland's on the inside. It's that middle and that weak side linebacker, Wilson. That's the 2 boys from Dallas that is completely showing you why Dallas didn't re-sign him and Kansas City paid all that money to get him. So I think that is the weakness out of any portion of that defensive line. That linebacker core is the weakness right now.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. We're looking better, like I said, anything right now. I mean, we can just, like I said, we can just play average. We've been so terrible. My thing is we can just play average.
Yeah.
Just be average, and then Mahomes he's back getting healthy, get him up to speed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with Tyreek and Kelce, I mean, we're looking pretty formidable. So we're gonna see. But again, the reason I didn't get excited because I was like, okay, y'all was supposed to do this. It's the Raiders. The Raiders are absolutely deaf and ball. You know what I mean? Right now they trash. So next week we gonna see what's really hood when we go up against your boys in Foxborough off a big loss on Sunday Night Football. That's when they like to come out and show out. So we do that, and it's really big for playoff position because they lose, they'll be 10-3.
We'll be 9-4.
We'll be 9-4, so we'll be 1 game closer to them. So it's critical, man. We gotta go get this one if we really want to consider ourselves contenders and coming down the stretch. We smacking around, the Broncos, we smacking around the Raiders, which I'm glad to get those wins, but let's see what's up when the real team come to play, and that's the best coach and the best QB to ever do it combo. That's next week, so we're gonna see what's up.
Because next week, if we win out, put it more like this. We went out, we're 12-4. If the Patriots lose one, we go from second seed unless Baltimore completely falls off the cliff, which I don't see that happening. But we can literally go from the wild card round to a second seed if we win out. The Patriots lose 2 more, so that is a strong possibility for that. Before I let you go, give me your game predictions next week. Patriots Chiefs 325. What are we looking at?
Patriots Chiefs. I'm claiming a Chiefs victory over the Patriots. It's going to be 28-24 in a close game. Mahomes pulls it out, and we start this streak to end this regular season and go into the playoffs hot.
I actually have a prediction 31-17 Chiefs. SB, and the reason why is because I see no offense in Foxborough. They have the they
closed, but did you watch the end of the game? They closed it out. They put up
It's funny because I turned the game off at 28-9 and started producing. I'm finishing up my album right now, so I was making this beat. I turned it back on. It's 22. I'm like, what did I miss? He almost got the. I turned it on for them to whiff the onside kick because the guy Bowden grabbed it and it fell out of his hands. But what I do see is that I believe our secondary with Honey Badger, with Thornhill, which I'm a big fan of Thornhill, coming out of Virginia. I was a big fan of his. Just with the way that they played, the secondary played these last, I want to say 4 games, because we haven't got blown out. People forget, the 4 losses have all came from 7 points or less on every single game.
One loss was unacceptable though, that Tennessee.
I don't bring that up. It makes my heart. We should have never lost that game. Period. But I want to say 31-17. I believe that Tennessee game, I want to say Andy came in there, chewed them out, because you never see that. But I believe he went in there, chewed them completely out.
Andy supposed to get chewed out. He tricked it. I would have called that pass play on 3rd and 2.
That's true. That's true. And but you see now, they're starting to roll out Mahomes more. They're starting to fake it and roll him out more because nobody's expecting him to run now.
But that's what I'm saying. The thing is, like, with him healthy, Lamar is showing you. I don't think he should be on Lamar's level.
No.
Lamar, he running that thing like he running it hard like he's a running back. But I think you need to do more the RPO with him because Mahomes can move. Just get down, bro.
Yeah.
Just get down, get him, because that's the dual threat. I love the fact that he looks to pass, but people forget the boy got wheels, man. Lamar is showing you right now. Lamar, he's like, man, Mike Vick 2.0 right now.
But you also got I would say you also got to understand that he has Mark Ingram with that running style that he does. So Mark Ingram is a monster. Yeah. Oh my! I don't care what nobody say. Watch that man's Alabama tape. That man was a monster, beast, 2nd generation football player. You know what I'm saying? So I like Mark Ingram. He sets up the way that they run their RPO. He sets up the pass nicely. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, if you, what I seen, before I let you go, what I seen from Darwin Thompson last night was something that you was talking about earlier. Dude got leg power. The guy, I think he was a workout warrior.
But he's like, he ain't built quite like Kareem.
No.
He's like 5'7" or something.
He's like 5'6", 5'7". He's built, he's more, reminds me of Darren Sproles.
Man, get him to rock, bro. Give him a shot, bro. What we got to lose? I mean, Williams got injured. Both the Williams is injured.
Right.
And your boy Shady, he can't carry the football.
It's a reason why they went and got 36-year-old Frank Gore in Buffalo and let Shady go. There's a reason.
Shady boy, he had some issues too off the field, but it's all good. So yeah, I'm predicting Chiefs get the win. Just get the win. If we want to show that we're a contender, we gotta win this game. We gotta win this game, bro. It's just because Tom Brady, even though he's the greatest of all time, he's not nearly as good as Patrick Mahomes now.
No, not right now.
Not right now. So he's on the. Now this the game you gotta win, man. And if you want to show that you got what it takes, this the game. We don't care about them Raiders. That's automatic.
Right.
at Patriots. All right, now we get some confidence back behind our boys and say, okay, we can make a push.
All right, so you heard it first, 28-24. That's Roy Scott's prediction. Chiefs win. I got 31-17. Let's see if both of us is right. All we need is that dub. Roy, thank you so much for being a part of the show. We'll see you next week, because you know I'm going to talk New England if they lose. I'm going to dig. We digging in. All right, man. Appreciate you. All right, man.
All right, peace.
All right, y'all heard it first. 31-17. My prediction, Roy Scott, 28-24. Chiefs victory. Hopefully we can get that dub next week. I'm going to play a song real quick, and we're going to be right back with more of the Dre Mack Show.
When she was born, she was daddy's baby girl. Beautiful chocolate and innocent to this world. Her mama named her Hope cause she's a blessing of the future. She almost died at birth, so mama screams hallelujah. And she only knew what this life would bring. She was 7 when her daddy died, man, it was her best friend. To go with easy pain, her mama turned to dope. And strange men in the house trying to find these ways to cope. As the pain sets in and Hope is getting older, everything is feeling now mama's miss getting bolder. He tried to sneak up in the room without the molestation to her brother busted in. Yeah, a wild adolescent. He shot him in his back with his mama 22. Think of physical and mental pain she went through. She would never think that her life would go. Contemplating ways to escape and search it. While she's sitting looking for hope. Just turned 14, she found that she was pregnant. Her dude is 17, abusive, already stressing. Had to go and get away, so she moved it with a friend. Had the baby in the tub with the life will bring. Had thoughts of wrapping it up and throwing it away in the trash. But then the baby turned around, looked and laughed. With a baby in her arms, she watched herself and cried. It's the Lord to be a savior, where the spirit be the guide. Start stripping to feed a kid, but that's her hustler's nature. Her folks turned it back, they can't see what comes later. She started getting back to school, now she got a degree. Started counseling young women who was out in these streets. And her brother got murdered, but thank God that he saved her. Because something greater is the only way you could repay him. And now her mother's clean, you can change, don't you know? Thank God for the blessings who keep trust. We praying and then you're looking for hope.
because you miss everything. Everything.
Even if that courage is loving yourself.
All right, welcome back to more of the Dre Mack Show. Shout out to my man Roy Scott. Called in, make sure we got that done. He has a prediction for his Chiefs score next week. Kansas City 28, New England 24. My prediction is 31, Kansas City 17, New England Patriots. Telling you, I think we gonna get that dub. And I can't wait till we get it because I'm serving hot L's. Boy, I got some people I can't wait to serve a hot L to. We get that dub next week. And Foxborough and it can be done. I know Kareem Hunt went nuts the last time we won in Foxborough with Alex Smith. But let's see if we can get that done next week. You know what I mean? But, excuse me. Yes, Auntie, that, excuse me. That was my music. What you just heard was a song called Looking for Hope. I want to get that as a single. It's a very deep song about a young lady trying to find herself. Her name is Hope, so she's looking for herself, looking deep within herself. You know what I'm saying? With the help of the Most High God, trying to find herself. That's what that song is about, no matter what she's going through. So, yes, that is my song. The album, As the World Turns 1.5 remixes and remasters will be hitting Apple Podcasts. Apple Music, Google Music, all of that next year. So, look out for that. Look out for that single, because I want to promote that as a single. But yes, that is my song. So can't wait for that, for the album to come out. And, like I said, you just got through talking some Chiefs with Roy Scott. So shout out to Roy Scott. Make sure you guys are hitting him up. I know he's going to do the 2-minute chop it up today. 2-minute drill to chop it up. So if you guys are not listening to it on Speaker Radio, you can also listen to this podcast on Speaker Radio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts at. I'm there. All you got to do is search the Dre Mack Podcast Show, and you could be able to find the Dre Mack Podcast Show there. Now, let's turn our attention to love. Love. So many people use your name in vain. You know I can't sing, y'all, so I'm just joking around with y'all. But love. So I was having a conversation with someone, and they made me think about this a lot. Do we know what love really is? Sometimes we believe love is being in somebody's face, kissy, kissy, facey, facey, and all that other stuff. And that's a portion of love. I'm not saying that's not. It's just a portion of it. Do you know what love is? Do you know what being in love is? And when it comes to relationships, and I know sometimes I do the relationships every now and again, but when I start really thinking about love, I don't think people really know what love really is. Love is a sacrifice. Now, the thing is, when you're sacrificing, what are you sacrificing? Are you sacrificing your whole entire self, your whole entire being to be with somebody or to show them that you love them? Are you sacrificing your morals to be with somebody because you think that's love? What is love? And that is the thing that I am starting to look at when we're having these discussions about love, and we're having these discussions about being in a relationship with somebody. Do you really know what love is? Of course, we have the biblical version of what love is. Love is patient, love is kind, so on and so forth. And that is absolutely true, because that puts a foot into what people think love really is, or what they think love is. See, the thing is that you can love somebody. You can love somebody to your core. You feel them in your spirit and all of that. But are you willing to lose yourself over love? And that is the thing. I feel like you shouldn't lose who you are because you love someone. I do believe love comes with a compromise, and that comes with conversation. I believe that once you have a conversation with somebody, you understand them, then you could be able to love them better. If you do not have an understanding of someone, or you believe that you have an understanding with someone, but if somebody's bringing you mixed signals and all this other stuff, then love is going to fall short of your expectations of it. And Marcus Belton says, my version of love is willing to sacrifice some things but not lose yourself or your way into it. I do believe some people lose their morals when it comes to love. So some people will throw their whole entire morals out the window because they are in love. And I also believe love is also a learning experience also, because you have to fall. I think that's why it's called fall in love, because you're going to have to learn how to fall and pick yourself up in love. And what do I mean by that? So let me give you a small example, and maybe this a help. Some people get caught up, like you say for instance, girl meets boy. Girl meets boy. Boy is somebody she wants to be with. She falls in love with boy, but boy doesn't treat her right. She falls, but she starts to realize that boy is no good for her. Now she can get upset and make boy try to love her, try to be in his face, or try to say, I'm here for you. I was here for you through this, that, and the other. I would do anything for you. But if boy is not willing to do everything for you, then who's really in love? Are you giving yourself away to someone who cannot pour back the love into you? See, I believe in a cycle, because I do believe in life everything is a cycle. So in a cycle, you put in, things get moved around, it always comes back around. What you put in always comes back around. You put in bad things, it comes back around. You put in good things, it comes back around. It's almost like the yin and the yang. It's the necessariness of the dark to go with the necessariness of the light, because it's a balance, the positive and negative, neutrons and protons, so on and so forth. And I do believe love is that. It's the energy that you that you push out. Because a lot of people don't look at energy, the energy somebody gives you. And a lot of women got this twisted. And I'm about to go ham. I'm a little bit about to go in. Women, if a man is thirsty for you, because we still hear that, oh, he's so thirsty, and nah. That's why you're single. You don't want no man to be in love with you. Some of these men that are willing to do whatever it takes. That's the man that you want to have on your side, because he's willing to do everything it takes to make you happy. And women, let's be real, there's still not a book to figure out how to make you happy. Hell, as men, half of us don't even know what you want to eat. Get in the car, what you want to eat? Well, I don't know what you want to eat. It's on you. And then when a man makes a decision, oh, well, let's go to Whack Arnold's and get something to eat. I don't want Whack Arnold's. Well, you say you didn't know. And then I make a decision, now you don't know but you don't want that. I know what I don't want. But what you do want? I don't know. Confusing. But if you have a man who's willing to take you for who you are. See, that's the thing. Love is taking somebody at face value. $100 bill is $100 bill, even if it's ripped or not. Still a $100 bill. Crumpled up or not, it's still a $100 bill. So if somebody's willing to take you at face value, take you for who you are, right then and there, then what's wrong with being with that person? What's wrong for giving that man a shot? And trust me, I understand. I was trying to show, I was trying to be with somebody back in the day, but I was too short. And I ain't Ty Shaw. And I ain't even that. I don't feel like I'm short. I feel like I'm an average height, being, 5'8.5", closer to 5'9" with some shoes on. I feel like I'm average height. This person did not want to date me because she felt I was too short. She's shorter than I am. So what does it matter? As long as I can reach the cabinet and you can't, then I think I'm a win. That's all I'm saying. But that was her process of thinking. Can I be mad at it? Everybody got their own thing. Everybody got their own preference. Even if I think it's stupid. Even if I'm willing to give that woman everything. Everything. I'm ready to pour my energy in. That's the thing. See, we are starting to get more in tune with ourselves, especially more and more information comes out. We start to get more and more into who we are, our being. Like, I believe in vibrations and waves. I believe in energy because you can feel energy. Now, you can say it's energy. You can say it's spirit. To me, it's the same thing. It's just another name. But you can feel someone's energy when they love you or when they in love with you. You can feel that energy because you could feel their vibrations for you. The way they touch you, the way they look at you, the energy that they give when they know that they care about you. You know what I mean? The things that are willing to do. If a man is willing to put up with your mess, or if a woman is willing to put up with your mess, you can feel that. You can feel that energy. You know they care. You know they love you because of the energy that comes out. But if you don't recognize that energy because you're too busy caught up in yourself, and I seen this from a pastor who was on Instagram. I was watching it was Hebrews United on Instagram, I believe. True Hebrews United or something. But they put it in this pastor who was talking about don't do you for too long. Because when you do you get caught up in yourself. And I don't know about you, but I've seen that for myself. Is that women will get caught up in doing them, being independent, being so independent that they might miss a man that they could share with. Because I know a lot of men come with all these promises and stuff like that. But again, if you're in tune with yourself, and one thing he did say is that in the process of doing yourself, don't have sex. Because you can, when you have sex with someone, and I've been a witness to that, that person transferred their energy to you. It's the honest to God's truth. When you trying to, women, if you doing you, that's cool. But as soon as you have sex with someone that you know good and well that you're not going to be with, that energy, a piece of them is going to attach to you. And what's going to happen is that you're going to start feeling the things that man felt and you didn't even know, because it's a transfer of spirits, transfer of energy. And then next thing you know, you got an attitude or you got certain things you thinking of that wasn't even on your mind because of the energy that man transferred to you. That's why I said it's a cycle. The yin and the yang, the positive and the negative, the protons and neutrons, all of that stuff. It's that energy that's like I said, call it spirit, call it energy. It's all the same thing. It all comes back around. So when you're with someone and you thinking you're in love with someone, most of the time that is just the energy that person is giving you, that's transferred to you, and now you're trying to decipher, is it love or is it lust? And sometimes you get it confused. You think you're in love with someone, and all lo and behold, it's just lust. At the end of the day. And that's why I like what the pastor was saying. He's like, if you're going to do you, don't have sex, be celibate. And it's cool to be celibate. It's cool just to chill out for a minute and be to yourself and understand yourself. And when you start to understand yourself, as you start to look at things, you start to look at people you want to date and you want to be with, and you think, am I playing Boo Boo the Fool? Or if I'm really, if I love someone, you don't have to deal with all they mess. It's a difference. You don't have to deal with every single thing that this person gives you or throws at you. That's not love. Half of the time that's being stupid. And don't be a dummy in 2020. That's my new slogan. Don't be a dummy in 2020. Because you don't want to be so dumb, stupid, and mystified over someone that you can clearly see them mistreating you, yet you go walk right in like no, it's nothing. You go right in, you feed with the crap that they give you, you feed into the games and all of that, and then next thing you know, you sitting there with your heart broken. It's because you went in there blinded, not being open, not knowing yourself, not understanding the energy of your spirits, or, in the church they call it discernment. Really, it's just understanding what energy is, or understanding somebody's spirit, what they bringing out. Like I said, people will bring their energy, and you can decipher what that energy is. You know when somebody's not right, because the energy will speak for itself. It's all through their body. Your whole entire body of your being is made up of vibrations and energy, not just flesh and bones and blood. But it's made up of energy and spirit and soul and body. It's all of it is wrapped up into a nice little ball. And they will give it to you. And they will show you. This is the energy I'm giving off. It's up to you to figure out if you want to receive this energy and continue to cycle. Again, what energy are you giving them? Because a lot of people say, oh, I did everything for my girl. I did everything for my man. But what energy did you give off? Did you do it in vain? Did you do it because, he my man, so I might as well do it? Or you didn't do it because you loved him? Because people don't understand that. I don't want you doing something for me that you regret or you don't really want to. Don't do it. Matter of fact, kick rocks, because I don't need none of that in my life. Don't do it because, I'm here, so I might as well do it. Oh, well, even though I really didn't want to. People can feel that energy. And that's toxic. Nobody wants to feel like you're just doing it just because. Nobody wants to feel that. If you want energy, if you want love, are you giving it back? Are you truly giving back what they're pouring in? Because like I said, there's plenty of men that will break their neck to be with certain women. Plenty of men that will do anything for you. But if you're too busy caught in yourself and not really understanding, the energy that this person is giving you could be beneficial if you're willing to receive it. Because if you're too busy in yourself, you will never be able to receive it because you're in a selfish point in your time. And it's all about me. Well, love can't come in if you're just thinking about yourself because you got all the doors closed. That's why you need to spend time with yourself. See, the thing is, you can go in the bathroom and there's a mirror in everybody's bathroom. And the only person that you can deal with is right in that mirror. Especially if you don't see things going the way that you think it should go. Because at the end of the day, you're going to be sitting around looking lonely and stupid or wondering, how did I become this dumb? Well, did you leave the door open for love to come in? Did you take the time out to have a conversation with this person? To see what type of energy that they're giving you? Man, I'm telling you, two things they can never, they can never, ever lie. Body language and real conversation. And what I mean by real conversation is this. Real conversation, when you start talking to somebody, you talk to them, you talk to them, you talk to them, you talk to them, they talk to them. What you're doing is, especially if you allow them to talk and allow them to get stuff off you start seeing who they really are. Because they start getting comfortable. The guard starts getting laid down. That Trojan horse that they came in there with, eventually it comes to be revealed. So when you know this, mentally, when you know this, right, and you start seeing the guard being let down, then you start to see who they really are. And again, body language. Body language to me is the bigger telltale anything. Because you can see if somebody really want to be, if they're really into you, you can see it. If they're really, really into you, you can look directly at them and see how their body language reflects to yours. You can see the energy coming off their body. That's why it's easy for people to get caught up in lie detector tests. Because what the person is reading is your body language. That's the only thing that they're reading. They're reading your body language. They're reading exactly who you are. They're reading exactly when you answer a question or you talk about a certain thing, they're reading that right then and there. So people can tell like I said, what type of energy you give in just by the body language. So that's something, if you talking about, this person loved me, this person's into me, yada, yada, yada. Just check. Check what energy they giving off. I guarantee you can find out who really truly loves you and who really don't. Like I said, if you understand that love is a cycle, what you pour in, it goes round and round. If you go put clothes in the washing machine, you don't put no detergent in it, all you're doing is it's still going to go round and round. It's going to do everything you need to be done, but it doesn't get clean. So you can use that as negative energy. Negative energy, you ain't put no washing powder in it. Positive energy, there's wash powder in it. You see what comes out of it, what you put into it. And it's just like anything. You put your heart, body, and soul into anything, you're going to see the manifestations. And see, that's what the thing is that it may not look good at the moment. Clothes don't look, you don't put your clothes in, you just put washing powder in the washing machine. You don't turn around and take that off and put it on. It has to go through its motions. And even after it comes out the washing machine, there's still another process. It's always a process. But if you're too busy doing you can't wait for the process. You have to wait for the entire process to flow. And it might get discouraging. You might want it what you want to. But trust me, at the very end of all the process, if you do everything necessary to get done, and that other person is doing everything necessary to get it done, I guarantee you have no problem making sure that you know that you're in love with somebody. And that's all I got to say about that. All right, this is your man Dre Mack with another episode of the Dre Mack Podcast Show. About to wrap it up right now. Thanks for everybody who tuned in to my Facebook Live. Sorry that I couldn't let you guys hear Roy Scott on Facebook Live. But if you guys go back on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts at, you can actually go to my SoundCloud page too. If you got SoundCloud, the Dre Mack Podcast Show, it'll pop up there. Speaker Radio, make sure you checking it out. If you sign, you can go to Speaker Radio, listen to all my podcasts for free. You can actually listen to all my podcasts live through Speaker Radio, or you can go back and listen to the rebroadcast. But everything is there for you. Everything is there on Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts at. Just make sure you're supporting your man. Make sure you supported Black businesses on Black Friday. And again, I will check you guys later. Next week, we'll have it back in the morning at 7:30. Just trying to think. I don't know what that show is. What that show is going to be about. But something to pop up. Matter of fact, I do want to do a show about Have You Ever Made Love. So that might be next week. We might do Have You Ever Made Love. Plus, we're going to come back with Roy Scott again. With more of the Chiefs. After New England, after the New England game, we're going to do another, bring him in for another Chiefs Chop It Up. So I wanted to chop it up with him again, see if our predictions is right. But anyway, got to let you guys go. Again, this is your man, Dre Mack. I love y'all. Peace, shalom, and have a wonderful, excellent rest of your day.